Hello everyone, I'm Andy Grobengieser, and I'd love to welcome you to the latest video in the Casted series, Your Pianist Thanks You, Audition Music Preparation. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I've been in New York City for over 2 decades working as a music director, conductor, pit keyboardist, and rehearsal and audition pianist. During that time, I've been part of tens of thousands of auditions by performers just like yourselves, and no matter if I'm sitting on the music team for the show behind the table, or if I've simply been called in as a pianist, hired to sight read your accompaniments. The same challenges always face auditioners. What's the perfect song for my audition? How do I find a 16-bar cut? How many songs should be in my binder? How do I communicate with the pianist about my tempo? I'm here to answer some of those based on my experiences and hopefully inspire you to make your audition book the best it can be. In addition to answering some of those common questions, we're also going to talk about some of the technical and technological skills you should have in this day and age using your smartphone, your tablet, your computer, or a combination of those. We'll talk about making smart song selections for your book and where to find them. We'll talk about how to make an ideal cut depending on the situation of the audition, as well as general things to keep in mind as you prepare your book. And we'll talk about what it's like to come into the audition room, how to communicate with the pianist and the others in the room. Many of these things you may know already, but some of them you might not, and that's why we're here. So here's a breakdown of the 4 videos in this course and an overview of what we'll cover in each one. Part 1, Know the Tools. In this first video, we'll get comfortable with music technology on smartphones, tablets, and computers, both in terms of apps that you should learn to use and resources on the internet that you really should know about and use to your own advantage. Part 2, Find the Song. In this video, we'll talk about how and where to find sheet music, either printed or as digital downloads, and how to determine the most appropriate cut. And we'll pose the question, when is 16 bars not 16 bars? Part 3 is called Make the Edit. And in this video, we'll go step by step through the process of making a good cut, using a detailed on-screen example, and we'll actually put some of these techniques and technological skills to use. And Part 4, Succeeding in the Audition Room. We'll talk about preparing and assembling your books, walking into the audition room and communicating with your pianist before you sing, and some helpful do's and don'ts pertaining to your book and your audition itself. By the end of our short course, I hope you'll be more confident with some new skills you've learned. By the end of our short course, I hope you'll be more confident in some new skills that will help you with the process of selecting, cutting, and presenting music in your book, and putting your best foot forward in order to have great auditions. See you soon.